Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blush Lily here. Welcome to this wax reading where we're going to be taking a look at who you will marry. As usual, we're going to do a little bit of an energy check-in so you guys can make sure that this is the reading for you. And then we'll see who you're going to marry, how you're most likely to meet, the time frames, anything and everything that's going to be willing to come through. We have the card of the Two of Wands. So right now you're creating a strategy. You're digging up information about a particular decision that you need to make. For some of you, this could have something to do with a location, with a choice that has to do with a very long-term strategy. So this could be a job as well. This could be choice of the career. This could be something incredibly important. For some of you, you're thinking about a particular person. This could be a friend, a relative, somebody you're interested in, and you're trying to decide which way to go with them, where to take this particular relationship. You look much younger than you actually are. And despite all of the things that are happening in your life, you, in one way or another, try to remain optimistic. There's something within you that has a lot of sun energy. There's also a lot of Gemini sign that's being present over here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy is coming through, so sun, moon, or rising. You can be very attractive, you can be very enigmatic. You're somebody who, even if you're wearing something, I don't know, a bag from the potatoes, you can still look good. You can still use your charisma, your charm to attract people. There's something witchy about you. Might be some sort of special connection to the sunflower, because the sunflower keeps on coming through in your reading, my darlings. And this also talks about a lot of potential. Like, you have a lot of potential. You know that if you're in the right place, with the right amount of sun, with the right amount of nurturing, you know that you can be somebody who's really giving, who's got the potential. But it feels like maybe right now, you're not necessarily in the place where you can fully grow. Knight of Wands, a lot of sensual and sexual energy that comes through over here. A lot of adventures, a lot of fire. But it's as if right now, this energy is a little bit stuck. Literally. Because there is no direction as such. You've been centering this energy maybe in the wrong place. Because I have the moon crescent over here. And you might have, like I said, traveled a lot. You might have tried different ways with different people, but it's as if you've done so much. And that Linkin Park song, I tried so hard and got so far, but at the end it doesn't even matter. And then I had to fall to lose it all. So right now it's like there's this energy where you want to redirect your resources into the right place, into the right person, so that you get your fulfillment, so that you get your return on investment, for sure. And maybe that's what's keeping you stuck at this particular time. A lot of you tried to make somebody who is cold, you tried to warm them up with your passion, with your energy, with your love. And they're telling me for most of you it didn't work. Because here we have the King of Swords, and this is a cold energy. Even in this particular deck, it's a card that's showing a person who's stuck in the snow, who's cold. And from time to time, he might have been warm, but you were really invested in a particular person over here, my darlings. Really invested in a particular person, didn't work. And you might have thought it because you weren't warm enough, you weren't sexy enough, you weren't good enough. That's not the case. That's not the case whatsoever. The person might have been manipulative as well. And right now you are literally, my darlings, you're on the verge of a breakthrough. There might be a person over here who's a friend or just somebody who's quite nice, who might be helping you out or will be helping you out within the next 4 weeks. But overall, what I'm seeing is that you guys, for the most of the time, you want to rest, digest, and maybe, like I said, one day you're like, I can do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to relocate, I'm going to have that breakthrough. And then the next day you're like, you know what, F it. Maybe it's not for me, maybe it's whatever. You might be waiting for some sort of document, some sort of communication that's incredibly important for your next step. So there's this period of needing to wait, needing to kind of maybe find out something a little bit extra. And also what they're telling me, quite possibly, is that somebody might have lost something recently. Either you or like the post or the person that you that you were counting on. There's something lost and something that needs to be found. But that energy of something being lost, you're like, oh, for God's sake, I have to wait. Okay, so if that sounds like you, my darlings, keep on watching, because now we're going to be channeling the wax to take a look at who your fine souls are going to marry. Try not to think about anything or anybody. Strong Leo energy, Cancer energy, straight away. Somebody who's brave and caring. Straight away they're giving me Leo, Cancer. A person, for a lot of you, you don't know. You don't know, or you're not talking. Two people are looking away from one another. If we're talking about a man, this is going to be a tall man. Tall man, very strong features when we're talking about the face. So either a larger nose, chiseled cheekbones, jawline. There's something about the face that's incredibly defined. A particular feature stands out. And again, when we're talking about a man, a very masculine man. For some of you, I'm getting the country of UK, Ireland. Some sort of story about an island or a country that's not too far away from the UK. And I'm also getting the island of Hawaii. Got the fish over here. Right now there's a sea or an ocean between the two of you. And the person is working abroad. The person needs to constantly communicate with somebody from abroad. Letter T is coming through, letter A. This person is either religious or spiritual. There's this energy where they're showing the person is praying. For quite a few of you, this person might have a beard. Letter P, letter H. I don't know if I said letter A. This person right now is hoping for some sort of miracle. Literally, for some of you, my darlings, this person might have something to do with marine biology, with transportation of goods that have to do with seafood, or this could just be an indication that this person likes seafood. You know, things that, I don't know, for some reason they're showing me caviar over here as well. But this is also an indication of wealth. This is an indication of a person who likes fine foods, who likes, might have a motorcycle over here. Motorcycle or likes jet skis, because they're literally showing me jet skis. But there's a lot of connection to water sports, to the element of water, hence the Cancer energy. Incredibly caring over here. And the person is incredibly supportive. Like I said, for a lot of you, you don't know each other, but he has or she has an understanding of the sort of person that he wants or she wants in their life. And you came through as a little bit of a ghost. So it's almost like they think it's impossible to find somebody with your qualities, with a combination of your qualities. But I want to say, you know, your future spouse is braving the storm, a very brave person. And again, strong connection to water, to boats. Almost saying like I'm looking for my mermaid. I want to say cooling out to you for sure. Like spiritually, emotionally, with the heart, cooling out. But this person might have relocated quite a few times. They're asking me to let you know that even though right now it's dark, it gets better, it gets lighter, and something about you having certain dreams as hints, asking you to do some sort of documents so that you can go, that you can proceed, asking you to make a decision, warning you about the sharks, says don't be too vulnerable with people who will see this as weakness. So it's kind of like they're saying, don't bleed in the water next to the sharks. Overall, this person seems to be very wise and incredibly perceptive. Might be speaking a couple of languages. When we're talking about a man, definitely taller than you are. Lets out a sigh and says, I'm so sorry I can't be there for you. It's a very tactile person. Will want to hug you, kiss you, hold your hand, stroke your leg, massage your shoulders. I want to say physical touch, it's definitely one of the love languages this person speaks. Has a very calming presence to them. A very calming presence. This is going to be especially good to hear for those of you who are sometimes maybe too anxious. You have a lot of phobias. Because this person is a very calming, it's a very steady energy. There's a seal energy as well. And that talks about big eyes. And that talks about, I want to say, being able to make you laugh when you need to. Sometimes even when you don't need to. How far away are you? Let me see. From the actual meeting, how far away are you? I wouldn't say too far away, my darlings, because they're giving me two separate ones over here. For some of you, the meeting could take place in 3 months, literally in 3 months. For some of you, the answer is when you decide to make that move. because we have the heart over here that's being formed. And the heart, the butterfly, the wax over here is telling you, allow yourself to change. Allow yourself to make the necessary change. And I'm getting a seahorse, going to be a beautiful parent, an amazing parent. And especially, like I said, when we're talking about men, because seahorses, they're the ones who give birth, the male ones. Yeah, so it's this energy, of an amazing father. Very, very, very patient. Incredibly patient. Like the patience of this person, wow. Still doesn't let people take advantage of him or her, but they're very patient. They're very understanding. I don't know whether it's because they pray or they do some sort of sports or meditation or whatever, but it's very hard to keep them, to get them out of balance. For some of you, there's a connection to Africa. So this person could be mixed race for some of you, like I said. But in all honesty, I'm getting a lot of darker colors. In the sense, that this person is most likely not blonde with blue eyes. Although, for some of you, it could be. It could be, my darlings. But for the majority of you, this is somebody with darker hair, darker eyes, maybe darker complexion as well. Keeps on showing me, somebody who's quite open. Like the arms are always open for this person when it comes to you. Like a lot of hugs, a lot of I will welcome you. So this is a fantastic indication that when this person comes into your life, they're not going to reject you. So if you're going into a connection with somebody who's a runner or a chaser or whatever, this is not your future spouse, because your future spouse is saying, baby, I'm ready for you. My arms are open. My heart is open. I'm not going to disappear. Kind of rolling his or her eyes a little bit, saying, come on. I don't play those games. And there's another message from your future spouse that you guys definitely need to know. This person does not compete in a sense that if you are not sure, if you want them, if you have somebody else, they're not going to stay and try and prove themselves to you. This is their character trait. They're like, we either doing this or not. But if you have somebody else, they're not even going to go into this game of trying to prove that they're better than anybody or whatever. They will bring what they have. They will, of course, do whatever it is that they need to do when it comes to courtship and things like this. But they're not going to be a third wheel. They're not going to try and take you away from your man or your woman. No, never. They're just not that sort of person. They don't play dirty when it comes to love. Might have a dog. They keep on showing me dogs over here. Somebody from Florida over here as well, because they're showing me this alligator. But a lot of water. Letter W is also coming through. The amount of fish, you guys, there's something about abundance. There's something about, I want to say, you know what? You know that saying, there's plenty of fish in the sea? And your person's like, yeah, but I'm that special fish. I'm that very special fish. Because they keep on giving me the tails over here. And it might be for some of you, like I said, some sort of indication, some sort of hint that has to do with the fish, that has to do with sharks, whales, dolphins, seals, all of those things. They show me that the person is going to have big hands when we're talking about men. For women, it's maybe longer nails. But for a man, it's a large hand. So when your hand is going to be in his, it will be such a big difference. It's going to be very cute. Overall, I'm seeing, that there might be a big difference in sizes. Like this person might be bigger than you are, taller than you are, but very sweet and incredibly protective. And you can always count on this person. You can call them at whenever. But they are very much about building relationships on respect. So they don't take any shit from anybody. They don't. Might have something to do with mixed martial arts as well, guys. Might have at one point in their life exercised, trained for something. Maybe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Taekwondo or something along those lines. But incredibly determined. But right now, not feeling too great because they keep on showing me an outline of somebody who is sitting down, like I said, either praying or just not feeling too great. Might be stuck. They're showing me a huge, huge ship. Huge ship. Might have been in the Navy or loves sailing. Ships, boats. When you're going to meet this person, they're going to be by themselves. Maybe for quite some time. Like they have decided that it's either a great relationship or no relationship at all. And they're living somewhere, I don't know, either living or being for a long time on some sort of elevated place. So it's either living on a high floor or living in the mountains or loving the height for whatever reason. There's something about the views. This person likes the views. And a lot of Leo energy. Leo, something that might have to do again with the city, with the country, with the company. As a hint for you, my darlings, that there might be a lion somewhere, yeah? Very sexual, very sensual, very tactile. I don't know if you can see, but there's literally like an outline of two people. Ooh, doing something beautiful over here. Being all intertwined. But the person is good looking, Very good looking. You will find them attractive. Whatever your type is, you find them very, very attractive. I don't know, a lot of energy that comes through is a little bit exotic. Comes through is a little bit exotic. Maybe an exotic country, an exotic location, an exotic, I want to say an accessory maybe that's not mainstream. That's more about uniqueness. Might enjoy horseback riding, but it's like always on top. Letter I is also coming through, by the way. So you might meet while you're getting information. But once more, I don't know if you can see, guys, but there's an outline over here, a person outline over here. You're looking in the same direction. You're going to like each other from the beginning. Like I said, there is not going to be any runner, chaser. There aren't going to be any things that have to do with, I don't know how I feel. It's very much to the point. I choose you, you choose me. We are happy family, yeah? But this person, I want to say, also quite inquisitive. So when you first meet, this person will want to know a lot of things about you. So they are going to talk about themselves, of course. Self-presentation is important. But it's not just going to be them talking about themselves all the time. It's going to be them really wanting to find out what you like, what you want. And they're telling me to let you know that it is crucial for this relationship for you guys not to try and play a role, not to try and say anything that you're going to think this person wants to hear. Be as honest as possible. Because this person, your future spouse, loves transparency. And he doesn't like surprises very much, I will tell you this. Might be somebody who communicates with a large group of people. Because they're showing me like this kind of speaker, rapport, I don't know how it's called, but where he or she speak to a large group of people and people listen. Might actually enjoy singing as well. Now, I don't know anything about the singing voice, guys, over here, because this is a general reading, yes. But this person does enjoy singing, can let loose on the right occasion. But the way that they're going to look at you, you will see it in their eyes. And they're telling me that this person is bringing your faith in yourself and your faith in love back. They have the tools, they have the energy, they have the love to bring you something that you've been missing for a very long time. For an incredibly long time, as a matter of fact. And they're telling me that your support and your love is going to be incredibly valuable. This whole relationship is going to be based on trust. And it will take a little while for both of you to really make sure that you can trust one another. But I'm saying that, like I said, a relationship that's incredibly transparent. And that's why you guys are going to marry this person. Because you're going to be able to trust them. And I know in today's world, it seems like a fairy tale, but it isn't. So there are not going to be any passwords on the phone. Even if they are, you will know each other's passwords. There isn't going to be anybody that, your person communicates with that you don't know, especially of the opposite gender. In a room, I want to say, of beautiful people, of sexy people, this person will still choose you. Whether you're there or you're not there. Because they have learned the hard way. And oh my God, there's something about the bum. I love it. Oh, they're showing me something about a beautiful bum. The round bum, nice bum, maybe big bum, small bum, whatever it is that you like. But there's something about the juicy bum that's coming through over here. And they're showing me a frog. So this talks a lot about, my darlings, taking that leap of faith. So your future spouse is asking you to take that leap of faith that leads to the two of you meeting. There's something that you have to do, something that you have to decide. And your future spouse is saying, don't do it because of me, do it because of you. Don't do it because of anybody else, but do it because of you. So the leap of faith you need to take, it's everything to do with you. To get a better job, to see if you can, to make your wish fulfilled. But the wish, the desire, the motivation has to be about you, not about anybody else. And that's the key over here. Where you choose you. And this is when he or she comes into your life. They're telling me to let you know that there's something you have to do for the last time. You need to get some sort of closure for the last time. Your person says, do it, and then come to me. And then come to me because I miss you. I'm tired of waiting for you. And right now, as we're doing this reading, this person feels you. It's interesting. It's like they're sending a message and saying, thank you for the reassurance. So this reading was a little bit like a networking place where the two of you managed to connect in one way or another. Now, let me see if there's anything else. Ooh, look at this. The wax is all over me. Anyways, it's okay. For some of you, you might meet in a gym, because they keep on showing me the arms. The arms being lifted, maybe lifting something. But if you don't go to the gym, that's okay. You still gonna get married, even if you don't go to the gym. Tak, let me see. Interesting. You will go somewhere together. Like I said, for some of you, it's either that you're going to have, this is so hot. So what I'm seeing is like your person, a little maybe dog or cat. This could also be an indication of a child, a potential child or a child you already have. But there's somebody over here. It feels like a family. And you're going to go together somewhere that has to do with a home, that has to do with a house, that has to do with a castle, with a fortress, however you want to refer to it. But literally, like, look at this beauty. The two of you together. And your future spouse is at the forefront over here, being the leader. And you are over here feeling great, feeling safe, feeling protected, and maybe pinching his bum. But I don't know, again, if you can see, but there's literally a heart over here. Yeah, I think that's better. Literally a little heart over here. A place where you can both, I want to say, grow old. And it might be in the mountains somewhere or in the hills. Not necessarily for a lot of you, but it is what it is. And he's wearing a top hat over here. For some reason, it's something that's very old school because they're showing me a top hat over here. There. And you also wearing some sort of hat or, it feels like, I want to say maybe it's old school romance, something that's quite rare. And you might, by the way, meet on a windy day. Not for all of you, but I do see that, this is an option as well. All right, my darlings. And this is where I'm going to end your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it resonated. Thank you so much for your likes, shares. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're up for a personal reading, my dears, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading. Do take a look at my Patreon page, over to 150, I think now, exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.